Hello everyone, this is Tanuja Gupta. Welcome to my channel and I'm back with my new topic, that is the photosynthesis. Yes, so in this topic we are going to study about the what are the site of photosynthesis. Okay, second topic we will what are the pigments involved in photosynthesis and what do you mean by the photosystem. Okay, clear? So first of all, where does the photosynthesis takes place? As you know, this is we are talking, as you know, in plant there's a part which is called the leaf. Okay, this part is called the lamina. Now in this lamina, if I'll take a small part of this one, so this will be like this. Okay, I am making a rough picture. So here so many mesophyll cells are present, okay, which are having some spongy as well as palisade tissue depending on the monocot or dicot. These mesophyll cells, they contain a large amount of these green dots. Can you see these green dots? Okay, each one having these green dots, and this green dots represent the chloroplast. This is the organelle which is called the chloroplast. Okay, this chloroplast is actually the site of photosynthesis. Okay, so let's have a look what is actually the structure of this chloroplast. So I'm making a large view of this chloroplast. Okay, so this is the structure of a chloroplast. Fine. So as I told you, chloroplast has the two membrane, that is outer and inner. So this is the outer membrane. Okay, this is the outer membrane and this one is the inner membrane. This one is the inner membrane. Now the cytoplasm are present inside this cell which is called the stroma. Okay, in a stroma so many other molecules are also present. One is the starch granules. Okay, another one, it is called the ribosomes. Yes, mitochondria and chloroplast, they both are having their own their ribosomes, and some are the lipid droplet, right? Now this is the main structure. This is the green part. As you can see, this is called the grana. This is called the grana, and two grana are connected by a lamella. This is called the stroma lamella. Okay, actually this grana is consisting of a membrane. I'm writing here, consisting of a membrane. This is called the thylakoid membrane. Okay, this thylakoid membrane, this membrane is just make a ring like a structure and make a stack of this membrane which is actually called the grana. Okay, and these two grana connected by the stroma lamella. So actually the photosynthesis takes place in this green part, in this region, or you can say actually the thylakoid membrane is responsible for performing the photosynthesis. So this is about the site of photosynthesis. Now what happened? Photosynthesis cover in two phases. One is the light reaction and another one is the dark reaction. So this light reaction takes place in all these green part because this thylakoid membrane is responsible for capturing the light energy or the solar energy. So all the light reaction taken place in this thylakoid membrane, or you can say in the grana as well as the stroma lamella. Make note. Okay, light reaction takes place in grana as well as the stroma lamella, right? Okay, and what is the role of it? For making some energy molecule, what are those? ATP and NADPH. Okay, these certain energy molecule are formed during the light reaction. Now whereas the dark reaction, it is performed in the stromal region, in the stroma. Okay, what do you mean by dark reaction? In dark reaction, they are not depend on the light. Okay, so they are using the light reaction product. So they use the ATP and NADPH and make the sugar molecule, which is actually the product of the photosynthesis. Clear? Okay, let's have a look at a second topic, that is the pigments. So what are the pigments present in the thylakoid membrane? Okay, there are various pigments. There are three categories. One is the chlorophyll, Okay, second category is the carotenoid, and the third category is the phycobilin. Phycobilin. Okay, in chlorophyll there are various chlorophyll present: chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B, chlorophyll C, D and E. All chlorophylls are present. Carotenoids mainly the carotene, or it is also called carotenoids, carotene, and the second one is the xanthophyll. Clear? Okay. And the phycobilin mainly they are containing the phycoerythrin and phycocyanin. So I hope it is clear of what are the pigments. Now what happened, these all pigments, they capture the sunlight of a particular wavelength. They capture one sunlight of a particular wavelength and emit sunlight of different wavelength. Are you getting? They capture the sunlight of particular wavelength and emit the light of different wavelength. And this light is emitted in the form of color. In the form of color. This process is called the fluorescence. Are you clear? They are imparting the wavelength in the form of color, which is called the fluorescence. These pigments, they all are separated based on a process which is called the chromatography. It is called the chromatography. Okay, these all pigments are separated through the chromatography and they impart different colors. So I am talking about only main chlorophyll A. So which color chlorophyll A impart? Chlorophyll A impart the blue green color. Okay, and chlorophyll B impart yellow green color. Carotene gives the orange or red color, you can say orange color or orange, and xanthophyll gives the yellow color. Okay, so these are the different colors impart or given back by these chlorophyll pigments, or the pigments. Okay, now what happened, these chlorophyll, they absorb the wavelength particularly in the red or the blue light and impart or emit the energy in different wavelength region that I told you, right? Okay, now what are the rules of these rules? What happened, here's a chlorophyll A is the important one and the other pigments act as the accessory pigment. They are known as the accessory pigments. Okay, now what is the role of accessory pigments and the main pigments? See what happened, these accessory pigments and this main pigment make a system. These accessory pigments and the main pigment is make a system which is called the photosystem. So I am taking the third topic, which is the photosystem. Photosystem. So what happened in this photosystem, it is made up of two things. One is the chlorophyll A, which is also called the reaction center. It is called the reaction center, and others are the accessory pigments. Other are the accessory pigments which involve chlorophyll B, xanthophyll and the carotene. Okay, so these make the accessory pigments. How they are arranged? See, they all are arranged like this. They make a group in the membrane system. Okay, so I am making. Okay, so here chlorophyll B is present, xanthophyll also present, carotene also present. Okay, but the reaction center is the chlorophyll A. This is the reaction center, chlorophyll A. Okay, now based on the reaction center, what happened? They are two type. They are of two type. This is also chlorophyll A, but the system is of two type: photosystem 1, photosystem 2. Okay, what they do, The main role of these accessory pigments to capture the sunlight, okay, of different wavelengths. See, sunlight has the different wavelengths, so they just capture all the different wavelength sunlight, okay, and they transfer these all energy from this sunlight to this towards this reaction center, okay. And at this reaction center, what happened, they show the maximum absorption, okay. They show the maximum absorption of this energy at 700 nanometer wavelength. Are you getting me? Show the maximum absorption at 700 nanometer wavelength. That is why it is called the reaction center A, which is having the wavelength of 700 nanometer. It is comes in photosystem 1. Here the maximum absorption at the 680 nanometer, that is why it is called the photosystem 2nd. So here also these all the pigments capture the sunlight of different wavelength and transmit this energy towards this reaction center, and at last the maximum absorption occur at 680 nanometer, and from here the energy is released in the form of electron, which is further given in the photosynthesis system, okay. So this is about the photosystem 1 and 2. Now, why these accessory pigments are required? Why not direct sunlight goes into the reaction center? Because these accessory pigments, first thing, they just capture different wavelength of sunlight, and here the maximum absorption occur at particular wavelength, right, okay. And second thing is also it prevent these chlorophyll A or the reaction center from the photo damage or photo oxidation. It prevent these one from the photo oxidation. Are you getting me? So this is the about the photosystem 1 and 2. So I hope it is clear about the site, where does it takes place, it about the pigments, what are the pigments involved, and what do you mean by the photosystem. And if you really like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe my channel and share it, okay. And yes, press the bell icon too. So thank you so much guys for watching this video. Thanks a lot.